Hello, today I'm gonna read for you guys Goopy Love. Let me no, I don't want that. Okay, wait, let me move it here so that's easier. No, I need this away. Go down. I need that. Okay, so we just need to press this. Let me press it. Let me press it. Let me press it. Okay, thank you. My god. My gosh. I didn't press continue. I didn't press anything to be exact. Oh my god. I thought that maybe just like reading this to some people, they would finally know what it is. I'm trying to do something on my this is okay. Oh, okay. Why isn't this working? So, wait. You're still the owner? I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to do this. I'm trying to get social links because I have social links and I want them to be added, but I can't because I need a two-step verification and I don't know how to do it. Anyways, I'm reading Goopy Love today. Okay, I'm reading Goopy Love by Kami Stain Ward. 1, there's slight dream mare in the story. A nightmare type dream story. I've read this whole entire thing. It's really good. Okay. If you guys want to read it, I'm not. It's too long. Basically, dream mare, nightmare. Yeah, okay. Also, there's 17 chapters. I'm skipping all the specials and other things that are not that good. Like, basically I'm just reading the chapter. So, that's why I'm saying you guys can read it if you want. I'm also going to read the prologue. Okay. N/A/N. Art in this chapter does not belong to me and belongs to the respected owners/creators. Undertale, the original universe created by one and only Toby Fox, otherwise commonly known as Annoying Dog. After Ink was based off of Undertale Sans, his job was to fill the multiverse. But that's a story for another time. After Ink, Annoying Dog created Dreamtale. Along with the Tree of Feelings, Dream Sans and Nightmare Sans, like Ink, they too had a job. It was to maintain the balance between negativity and positivity in the multiverse. The Tree of Feelings, it releases negative emotions from one side and from the other positivity emotions. It currently had 15 apples hanging off its branches. The apples beings contained emotions and power. Dreams and Nightmare's job was to protect the tree and its apples. They were never to eat an apple. It was forbidden. Dreamscape, a world made out of clouds and a golden light. In the center is a tree that mirrors the tree of feelings, and around it is a field of flowers, depending on the emotions going to be present in the near future. The flowers change whenever Nightmare or Dream went to sleep. They would enter here. It provided them with privacy to do more emotional conversations. As any object imagined, except for the apples, anything lived living and things that exist only in fiction, which means not real, can become real here. It was also a cool hangout spot for them both. The village a few miles from the tree was a village. This village, like the rest of the multiverse, depended on the tree of happy, positive emotions to them. The negative emotions was a curse that came with the positivity ones. They did not understand the bounds. The backstory of our story begins. I like how it's backstory and then story. Okay, so before I read the backstory of the story, I'm going to get this set up on my TV. It just looked like it was raining outside. Yesterday, it was like pouring down, and there was still sun out. There was like a lot of holes trapped in here. I'll just do this like stuff. There was just like a whole bunch of like oh my god, a whole bunch of rain. Just like it was pouring down. There wasn't even a big rain cloud. There was lightning. There wasn't lightning. Never mind. There was thunder. Oh god. Put a space. There was thunder and stuff. Okay, let me mute this. I don't really. Yeah. Okay, so you know what? This helps. Okay, so if I turn off the chat for me, I can just look on my TV. Okay, that's better. Okay, so if anyone says anything in the chat, I'll just read it from my TV. Okay, so this is where our story begins. Dream was the social, outgoing, nice monster that everyone wanted to be friends with. He had an aura of positivity that spread to all monsters around him. This made him very popular with the villagers, with Ink and Blue. They had often invited him to play or for parties. Nightmare, on the other hand, was the opposite end of the spectrum. He was the quiet, timid boy who would go to the corner and silently read his book. Due to the negativity aura he had around him, to say he was not popular would be underestimated. Despite the minor differences in personalities, Dream and Nightmare got along so well that the villagers thought they were brothers and called them such. True, Dream and Nightmare were born at the same time at the same place for the same reason, but that doesn't make them brothers. They were not even related. They made no attempts to stop the villagers' humiliations. Nightmare avoided the village. He would tell Dream it was due to his shyness, but Dream knew better. Unbeknownst to Nightmare, Dream knew about what all happened to Nightmare when he goes out to parties. That's right, every time Dream went out to play or went out to party, the villagers would come and beat Nightmare. Whenever Dream asked about his injuries, Nightmare would lie and say he fell or tripped. Dream tried to convince the villagers of Nightmare's innocence many times, but it was no anvil. As the villagers strongly believed the cause for Nightmare. As the villagers strongly believed the cause for negativity emotions was Nightmare. So it continued. Dream was going out pretending to have fun. Nightmare getting bullied, lying about his injuries. But through all these rough times, they were moments that either would give up for the world. Sometimes after Dream healed Nightmare's injuries, they would sit together on a branch of the tree and watch the sunset, snuggling into each other and enjoying the warmth they brought to each other. It was though moments like these they had that they realized they loved each other. Sadly, they kept feelings to themselves, but afraid to reject. Both afraid of rejection, ruining friendships and villagers' judgment. So time passed, Dream going to out more, solving the villagers' problems, as well as trying to convince them of Nightmare's innocence or something. Nightmare's bullying issue got worse and worse until he snapped. I'm sorry if I'm bad at reading. I'm not really a narrator, but I guess narrator from The Boys is more good at narrating. He had enough. He couldn't take it anymore. I'm sorry. The hate-filled words of the villagers have gotten to him. Maybe they were right. Maybe nobody really loved him. There was no way Dream felt the same as him. Maybe he should just end it. No, he couldn't do that. Even if Dream still didn't care about him, he loves Dream. If he died, the multiverse would crumble to dust and Dream would be no more. He couldn't allow that to happen. He won't allow that to happen. Strength, that was what he needed if he was going to Dream. He needed to get he needed to get stronger as fast as possible. So what faster way than to eat them apples from the tree of feelings? So he ate. One apple, the power pulsed through him. It was addicting. He needed more. Also, I feel like one apple means one bite, but that's just her way of saying it. Apple 2. 2 apples. It was not enough. He needed more if he was to protect Dream. 4 apples. He could feel something, a dark negativity feeling spread through his body as a dark goop started pouring out from his eye sockets and mouth. Oh, the pain, but he rushed through it. Even though he was partly blind, he continued to eat the apples off the tree. 8 apple. By the time he reached his 8th apple, an unbearable pain became known to his back. Hunching, he felt something came out of his back. Tentacles or tendrils. It was then that Dream appeared, the villagers not far behind. Dream froze and shocked as he watched what his adorable geeky brother had become. Though he was frozen, the villagers were not. They made their way towards Nightmare, and with his new weight added the tendrils, Nightmare was having a hard time keeping his balance. The appearance of the villagers didn't help, as it took everything he had to not go down and kill them right then and there. So, summoning some of his magic, he made a portal. As soon as Dream saw the portal, he tried to say something to Nightmare, but Nightmare I don't know how to say this, but Nightmare had already fallen through the portal. Time passes and Dream joins his stances. Last 7 apples hidden away in the dreamscape. He moved in with Ink and Blue while Nightmare took over Dreamtale. The villagers being reduced and evicted to Omega Timeline by Friskor. Nightmare made the evil Sanses, and they lived with him in his castle in Dreamtale. Though they were messed up in some way or another, Nightmare still considered the evil Sanses his family, and so our story begins. That was beautiful. I've seen this twice. ANN, pick drawn by Moni. Please don't use without permission. Thank you. Dream's POV. I miss him. I buried my face into the pillow in front of me. Currently, I was laying on my bed. It was 6 p.m., and I had just gotten back from fighting Nightmare and his crew with Ink and Blue. Ink had gone off to make new use and to do his job as the protector of creativity in the Doodle Sphere. Blue had to return to his AU as Underswap was currently in a genocide timeline. So here I was, alone, with nothing to distract me from my negativity thoughts. Why did I fight him? That was dumb of me. He definitely hates me more than he does. It It hurts. My soul hurts. I deserve this pain. This pain was nothing compared to what Nighty is feeling. He said I'll never understand his pain. I just want Nighty back. I didn't realize when, but at some point I had started to sob, bringing my knees up to my chest. I tightened my hold to my pillow and let my tears soak into it. The pillow worked as well to muffle my sobs. I'm sorry. And in rare cases, screams. I shut my eyes tightly, wishing for sleep to come to me. Once again, I found myself standing in the dreamscape, willing for the dreamscape to hide the bags under my eyes, as well as the tear trucks down my face. I slowly made my way to the middle. A tree, a minor tree, a mirror of the tree of feelings stood there, sitting down by its bark. I felt the memories I had been trying to suppress come flooding back to me. Nighty, I yelled happily as I ran towards the base of the tree. Nightmare, who was leaning up against the base, looked up from the book he was reading. Slight bruises and scars littered his fragile body at the sight of them. I felt anger bubble up inside of me. Calming myself, I did the usual and asked where the wounds had come from. Once again, Nighty gave me an excuse. Sighing, I used my magic to heal him. The familiar feeling of warmth sparkling through my fingertips and onto Nighty's wounds. After he was healed, I sat behind him and hugged him. Nighty snuffled up a bit, but then relaxed into my hold. Snuggling up to my chest, he leaned his back into my chest, getting us closer together, and like that we stayed in a comfortable silence. Nighty eventually fell asleep on my chest, watching his peaceful, adorable face as he slept made me relax even more and more. I felt my eyes shutting. Nighty ran from me as I chased him around the fields next to the tree, panting. I summoned the last bit of my energy and tackled Nighty to the soft grass below us. Laughing, we fell, and after tumbling a bit, we both lay on our backs next to each other, gazing at the sky, holding hands. We pointed and showed each other clouds that were in all shapes. Nighty always mentioning what type of cloud it was. Once again, I felt tears starting to fall as I relieved those memories, taking a deep breath to prevent me from hyperventilating. I curled myself in the protective ball, head rested on my knees. Crunch! I heard a noise as I felt something sit next to me. Turning my head, I realized I was a slimy octopus. I almost said Goopy, I'm sorry. I had waited to see most. Nightmares Pro. I want him. It was 5:40 p.m. and we had just gotten back from another fight from the Star Sands. Dream seemed reticular to fight me, and instead dealt with Killer and Dust, leaving Ink to fight me. After I bandaged my wounds, I sat down on my king-size bed. We need to get a monster that's specialized in healing magic, as none of the current team members did. It was dangerous business doing what we did without some sort of healing magic. As to where we find a monster like that, I'll have to think about it later. Dream has good healing magic, but he'll probably shoot me if I got anywhere close. After the fight, he definitely hates me now. No matter even if you don't accept it, I will always keep an eye socket out for you, Dreamy. I suddenly felt a spike of negativity, but as quickly as it came, it disappeared. Whatever. I laid on the bed. It has been a while since I had slept less. Getting under the door vent, I allowed my eye to close. Like the other times in the past, I found myself in the dreamscape dream wasn't here. I looked around this place. I looked around. This place hadn't changed a bit. Slowly, I made my way to the middle. There, in all its glory, stood the mirror of the tree of feelings around it. It was a beautiful field of hoopscopes, daffodils, and lavenders. Oh, I just realized these are flowers. The contrast colors creating a harmony between the purple and yellow. It reminds me of what we used to be. After staring at the scene before me for a couple of minutes, I noticed a familiar ball curled up under the tree. Wait, dream? Only does not when only dream. Wait, oh my god. I'm sorry, let me redo this. Wait, dream only does that when something especially bad has happened. Worry weighted heavily on my soul as I slowly made my way there. I recognized the small aura of negativity as the spike came from earlier. It was not to scare him. I slowly sat down at the base of the tree next to him. He slowly tilted his head towards me, and I felt as through my soul shattered. Though he tried to use his power of the dream to hide it. Heavy bags hung from his eyes. Those are the question marks are only like house or something like that. Simplifying the little sleep he had gotten. Flesh tears tracks were visible along his plush cheeks. His eyes were slightly swollen with a red tint to them, showing that he'd been crying only minutes before. I watched in silence as he took a deep, snaky breath, and then he put his head on my knees and gave me a silent laugh. And now I'm here listening. Great. Oh, I thought I would skip that. Wait, I'm gonna do something. No, not that. I didn't mean to do that. No, close it. I didn't mean to press Play Store. I'm gonna do something really quick. Okay. We can get back to this. It takes some time for my TV to load it. Okay, so my TV can hear it. That's good. So wait, I need to do this. Just load already. I need to. Oh my god. Just turning that down. Ah, my earring. I keep my long hair in the summer, so I usually always get my hair stuck in my earrings. How long is this gonna take? Jeez. Oh, finally. Dang! There's some really far fake people. What? I pressed though. You guys saw me press O, right? I press YELLOW. Oh, on my TV it sounded like I said whoa. I pressed whoa. Chapter 4 and Chapter 5 are the ones that I mostly like. I also like the one where something, where it basically Nightmare's proud of me of doing something, but I won't spoil it. What? Oh. Sorry, YouTube stuff. Okay, here we go. Okay, Chapter 2, not a hallucination. A/N, not art not 9. Credit goes to the suspected creator and owner previously on Dragon Ball. And now I'm hallucinating. Great. I think that's what Dream was talking. Dream was talking at the time. Oh no, it's Nightmare. Because we were last in Nightmare Sprout. Okay. Have I gone really that insane? Or something like that. Dream quietly left to himself. The sound of his voice sent my palming. I was on the verge of tears. He sounded so broken. I swear, whoever did this, I'm gonna have a bad time. I can't do this anymore. Every time we fight, it hurts me so much. Golden tears fell onto the grass. Also, did you like that? I actually tried to do that. That was acting. I even did it in my series. I'm the reason he's like this. Wait, is that Nightmare talking? I can tell. Okay, it's Nightmare talking. I can tell. I'm the reason he's like this. I couldn't take it anymore. I felt the unfamiliar packing of tears in my eye. I bit my lip, trying to hold it back. I wish I could just have told you. Maybe if I wasn't such a failure, I would have had Frozen, and I have too old. I love you. Dream full on started bawling as he said that. I could feel the tears roll down my face as he said that. I felt as though a weight had been lifted off my shoulders. He feels the same way. I do. For the first time in a long time, I felt hope. Wah! Wah! That's all there is. Wah! Wah! My God, it's so funny. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get in a good position because I'm very uncomfortable right now. Snapping out of my momentarily released, I realized Dream was still bawling his eyes out, wiping the tears off my face. I hugged him, causing him to jump, rubbing his skull and back. I whispered sweet nothings in his ears. After a while, I felt him start to relax against my chest, until I suddenly jumped and buried his face into my chest. A sudden golden blush visibly on his skull. "You're not a hallucination. You're the real nightmare." His medical, I don't know how to say that, voice was muffled by my jacket, and he sounded embarrassed. Cute. As real as I can be. My pun earned a small giggle from Dream. Annoying dog. Annoying dog. He's so adorable. So if you don't get it, technically annoying dog means God, because he's the one who made Undertale. So technically he's also the one who started the multiverses and Sans AUs, basically AUs. So yeah. Whenever you hear annoying dog or dog, that means God. So I'll just say it like it says. Annoying dog. He's so adorable. A few minutes passed. So you heard James sounded tired. She spelled that wrong, but we'll be okay with that. Or they spelled that wrong. I don't know. Yeah, I wasn't sure how to respond. I felt Dream sniffled, and I guess it's over, huh? Please forget everything that happened here. I hope we can still be friends after all of this. Though if you don't want to, that's also fine. I cut off his soft voice by bringing his lips to mine, kissing his unpassionately. I passed my tongue. I pressed. Yep. We're just gonna skip that. A few minutes, I reckon. How much longer? I reckon when I pull away, knowing light brings to Dream needed air. Dream's face was flushed yellow as he painted sidely. I felt a heat crawl its way onto my face at the sight. He was really too precious for this world. Dream's POV. I jumped as I felt the hallucination hug me. It's the real deal? I screamed in my head, bringing me closer. He rubbed my skull into his deep, rough, yet smoothing voice, whispered sweet nothings to me. After calming me down a bit, I relaxed into his goopy embrace. Wait, he's the real deal? He heard all of that? Jumping, I buried my face into his chest, hoping that if I could see him, he couldn't see me. I felt my heat heat up. You're not a hallucination, you're the real nightmare. I cursed, my shattered. As real as I can be. His smooth, deep voice was like music to my ears. Why does he have to be so... Giggling on his pun, I laid my head down on his chest, annoying a few moments I had left. Better get this over with. So you heard all that? I said, tiredly, wanting the pain to end. Yeah, Next's confidence voice sounded unsure for once. Teasing up, I prepared myself for the pain. I guess it's over, huh? Please forget everything that happened here. I hope we can still be friends after this, though. If you don't want to, that's also fun. After a few minutes, I could feel myself running out of air. Suddenly, he pulled back, causing me to let out a small whine, painting, basically like, basically kind of like a dog. I could still feel, annoying dog. I probably should look like the sun. When I looked up at 19, there was a light blue blush dusting his cheekbones. Cute. Too bad it has to end. Why did you do that? I prepared myself. Ha 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 ha. You really are the Densons, my dear Dreamy. His deep bass voice whispered in my ears, sending shivers up my spine. I felt my face heat up even more. Ha ha. Your reaction. You're too precious. My cheeks puffed up as I pouted at his laughter. Oh, don't be mad, Dreamy. I'll say it properly this time. Dreamy, will you be my boyfriend? The slight blue blush suspended on his face. I felt tears prick. I'm sorry. Rip my eyes as a wave of happiness and relief washed over me. Yes! I tackled him into a hug, and then he chucked as he pulled me closer, his hands on my waist, his tendrils wrapped me passively around me. Laying my skull on his chest, 90 started humming Undertale, joining him at a higher pitch. We spent the rest of the night humming and enjoying each other's company. I felt as if the empty gap in my chest had been filled. Laying here with 90 felt so right. If we were made together, I would do anything to keep this. And even if I have to sacrifice and everything for it. That was chapter 3. So wait, which one's this? I mean, that was chapter 2. Should I read chapter 3? Should I? I mean, chapter 3 is not that long. No, today I'm just gonna read those two. Okay, y'all. Hope you enjoyed.